Hey, it is our first day on the snow in the Sierras. I am gonna try and do a little bit of an update, but I am following a boot track right now, so if I lose it, I'll probably have to stop, but shouldn't be a whole lot of up and down, so I think this is as good a time as any. So it is Tuesday the 30th. We entered yesterday, Memorial Day, and didn't get to any snow until the very end of yesterday. Just the last, I don't know, maybe 300, 400, 500 feet vertical. So the last half hour or so, last mile or two. So not too bad. Still had a dry camp, even though the snow was mostly continuous. There was a clearing that was flat that we were able to use to camp, which was nice. Had an absolutely beautiful, picture perfect campsite, and we've seen some others since we've been out here, just walking by. So pretty stoked for that part of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can't really see much right now. I'm kind of in a pine forest, but that's what we got right now. And anytime we have a break in the trees, you can just see the absolutely beautiful Sierra Nevada mountains. It was really cool hiking in yesterday and going over some ridges and seeing more snow, and then the next set more snow, and just kind of hiking out of the desert up into the mountains. Was pretty cool. So today we woke up at about 3 o'clock, got on trail. We were aiming for 4, ended up being about 4:10, 4:15. I think that was mostly just because some of us me included, are getting used to new gear and new chores in the morning. Right now in my bear can, I have just a couple lightweight things, mostly my clothing that I wear throughout the day. So I started out, it was pretty cold, and I had a rain jacket on as a shell, as well as my mid layer on. So it serves pretty well for holding light things that are easy to get to, being on top of my pack. But oh hey, I gotta go. Okay, so it is day 2 in the Sierras, Tuesday the 30th. At camp now. Didn't really have much of an opportunity today to do a video update. Had a real short one, just a couple of minutes, and sorry about the abrupt ending there on that one. We were a couple miles from camp, and we're going to be dry camping with not a lot of water, but there was water a few miles into tomorrow, so enough that we could make it happen, but we'd be thirsty. And then we found a stream that a snowmelt stream that we were able to collect from, which was nice. Which, it's crazy that there's this much snow around, and I mean, you can melt it, but that uses a lot of fuel, takes quite a bit of time. You can kind of grab some nice clean snow and put it in your water bottle and kind of supplement with that, let it melt a little bit. But it was kind of surprising, the lack of water sources that there were. So I'm getting ready to go to bed. It is 6:46, which is late enough for me, since I've been up since about 3 a.m. planning on getting up the same time. We were talking a little bit about maybe getting up earlier, but I think we're gonna just go ahead and do the 7-day plan, which I don't love not having an extra day's worth of food, but it really is just the right thing to do. We got 17 miles done today. We had a little bit of a slow start. Runner had some issues with her crampons, and it was a bit of a slow day in that regard. But I mean, we had probably 4, 5, 6 miles of faster moving stuff that only had snow in spots, or no snow at all, and we still were only able to get 17 and a half miles done today. So I think we're going to slow down just a bit, do 15s in the snow, which everybody says you got to cut your mileage in half, and we weren't doing 30, so we should just be grateful to be getting 15. but I was a little bit hopeful that we could push. But it's all good. Yesterday was really cool. Sorry if I seem like I don't have a ton of energy. I'm just getting ready to go to bed here in a minute. But here we go. Yesterday I think I finished mostly talking about that, but it was just really cool seeing the scenery change. You know, every valley that you go up, or every valley that you go down, ridge that you go up, you just kind of wait and see how the scenery's going to change, and it just gets, you know, more and more alpine, you know, pine trees and lots of snow and big rocky mountains instead of the sandy ones with the round tops that we'd seen a lot of in the desert. So that was pretty cool. Today had a couple of views, but nothing. I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful. It was really cool looking out and seeing what we could see, but there weren't a whole lot of overlooks today. So hoping for some more of that in the future, but it was still just a really nice day hiking just through, you know, really nice pine forests, and the tricky part's just the snow. Today wasn't bad. Probably could have done today no problem at all with just the micro spikes. Didn't use the ice axe at all. Tried the crampons out just to give them a go, but it wasn't too bad of a day. Tomorrow should be some more of the same, and then the following day we're going to do about 15 miles as well. Start out right at the base of Whitney, and Whitney will be a little bit tougher, and then Forester Pass a day or two after that. That should be the second to last day, I believe, that we're out here. So if all goes according to plan. Oh, I got a hair right here. Oh, that's a pine straw. But we should be getting off trail either Sunday evening or Monday morning, and I've got extra Pop-Tarts. So I've got one extra breakfast that I can do. So either way, as long as things go according to plan, we should be good. There are bailout points between here and there, and we've got word that, you know, Forester's very doable. So we should be all set. That is it. This is what camp looks like. My bear can with all my food is over that general direction, a ways away. It's bear country out here, so gotta can it up. Yeah, I think that's it. So, not sure when the next one will be, but until next time. Hey, it is 7:30, Thursday, June 1st, and say what's up, Beach.
Woo!
We are, I don't know, about 7 or 8 miles in. We're only doing about 15, but we started at like 3 a.m. and just got to the top of this bit, and that's pretty steep right there. They're supposed to be switchbacks, but with all the snow, we ended up just cutting them off and going straight up. So a little out of breath, but absolutely gorgeous view. Gonna take a little break, probably eat a little food, and then keep on keeping on. I think we got about 3 more miles on trail today, and then 3.5 miles to Guitar Lake, where we're gonna spend the night, and Mount Whitney tomorrow. All right.
It's not a bad place.
Hey, we are at camp. Yeah, today was fantastic. Other than waking up at 3 and having my shoes frozen, and I know better than that. I mean, you can't help your shoes freezing, but you should leave them untied and wide open so you can slip your feet right in. And I'd remembered that the day before, but not last night. So that was fun, squeezing my shoes on with, squeezing my feet into frozen shoes at about 2:30 in the morning. But we got a 3 o'clock start. Had some pretty good progress early on. There was a nice boot track, so we didn't have to worry much about navigating. Trusted the boot track, just checked it every once in a while, make sure we were still on the trail, or at least headed in the right direction. And it was pretty reliable. So that made for some quick miles. Had our first couple of creek crossings today. Had one that we were able to ford. That was before the last video. And then right after that, or I'm sorry, weren't able to ford. We were able to cross on a log that had fallen. Got my feet just a touch wet. There was a spot where the creek was lapping over, but 90% dry, so we'll take that. Got up to the top of that. There was some pretty serious up, and then kind of side hilled around this mountain. And when we came out, it was just this absolutely immaculate view. I took just a video of the landscape, but it was just absolutely amazing. It kind of feels like the past few days. So we're on day 4 now of this resupply. Day 1, we were kind of walking into the Sierra, seeing the scenery change a little bit, but it was still kind of deserty, but around each corner you got to see a little bit more and more. And then a couple days ago, kind of felt like we were out here. Yesterday, it really, like, there were some good views. It really felt like we were here. And then as soon as we walked into that opening, it was just like picture perfect. Like, this is the Sierras. This is what you imagine. So if you see behind me, that is Mount Whitney right there. I believe I'm pointing that at the right direction. It's kind of bright and hard to see, but we'll be climbing that this morning, or in the morning. So right now we are camping at Guitar Lake, which is technically not okay, but more of a spirit of the law than a letter of the law kind of guy. The reason for that is to keep it open for day hikers and JMTers. This time of 2023, with the amount of snow that they had, I have not seen a single person out here other than a PCTer, and so I think we're going to be all right. So that's the plan. We're about 3.5 miles up the side trail. We got, I think, 4.7 from here to the top of Whitney. In the morning, we're going to try and do that pretty early. Get back down, get all the way back to the PCT, and then try to get a few miles to get as close to Forster as we can. But it's just been an absolutely amazing day. The valley that we came through, Whitney Creek, we did have to cross it as well, but it was pretty simple. Just took the shoes off, walked right across it. Had a pretty sandy and like soft rock bottom, so pretty easy to get across. Let the feet dry out, put the shoes back on. Got to camp by 1 o'clock. It's 1:15 right now. We were kind of deciding, since this is pretty open, where to put the tents up. We are going to have to be on snow again tonight. I was a little bit chilly last night. Wish I had maybe just another R or two in the sleeping system for underneath, but I'm gonna give it a shot swapping. So I had the close cell foam on the bottom and the sleeping mat on top. I'm gonna try swapping that. Recommendation from my brother, see if that helps at all. I guess the close cell foam is supposed to have a more uniform insulating property, which can help eliminate cold spots and make you feel warmer overall. So we'll see how that goes, but this is what we're looking at. It's Mount Whitney back over there, and just nice on the other side of that. Right there is where we came up, right through the, I don't know if I pointed in the right spot based on the camera, but right through there. There's Beach setting up. I'll probably set up right next to him. And that guy over there is Spidey. He's apparently still looking for a good spot. But that's it. Until next time.
We're looking on this way. Yeah, let's be epic.
Hi guys.
3 more days to the next town.
Put this down so I can get one of yours.
All right, so super quick video because we're getting ready to head down the mountain and we don't have a whole lot of time. But we're on the top of Mount Whitney. It is awesome. The way up was a little bit sketch. Actually, the snow is in great condition, but there were a couple of places where the cutbacks had to be where the switchbacks had to be cut, and we had to go straight through. And those were a bit rocky. But this is the view out here. There's the team right there. We're just starting to head down. There's a little emergency shut. And actually got service at the top. Got to call my brother, talk with him for a minute. Got to leave a voicemail for my mom, wish her happy birthday. Her birthday's tomorrow. And I definitely won't have service. So we're about to head right back down now. We started at 3. It took us longer than we thought to get here, but safety first. We took it as slow as we needed to. Heading down now. We've got about 8.1 miles from here back to the PCT, but halfway through that we got to stop, pack up camp, because we didn't do that this morning. We just left it because we're going to be going back by. I got my backpack on, but next to no gear on it. It weighs pretty much nothing, and then we're going to try to get at least a few miles done on the PCT today if we can, before it gets too soupy, so we can get close to Forester Pass tomorrow morning. Gear starts the next day. So that's it, but so far so good. Had a touch of issues with, I don't know if it was altitude, probably was. I was getting a little bit out of breath, but it is all to the good. We made it to the top. Everybody's good to go, and we're heading down now. Till next time. Send it. All the way. Wait, stop. All right.